I put every incremental that hit Steam between July 20th and 24th through the ringer this week. Hundreds of pages, one tired curator, so your wish list never bets on a number that goes nowhere. These are the ones that earned a spot. Let's get into them. 1. Deep Sea Idol Infinity Abyss. Picture an idle game where the whole point is going deeper, and the deeper you sink, the meaner the deep sea threats get. You're chaining torpedoes, splitting shots, and lightning to shred enemies for resources, growing an aquarium that feeds your income while you upgrade your sub to crack the bosses guarding each new tier. This one dives in on July 21st. I'd put it at a 7.8 overall, and I'm 86% confident it delivers. 2. Pixel Orbit. Earth's got something dangerous closing in, and your whole job is growing a skill tree of automatic turrets and defenses to hold the line as long as you can. Those neon pixel outlines and glowing laser domes give it a clean little retro arcade identity, while the bosses keep escalating the pressure. It's first out of the gate this week, going live July 20th. I'd give it a 7.5 overall, and I'm 84% confident on it. 3. Majestria Incremental Survival. Here's an auto battler with no buttons to mash. You steer one deadly magic circle, hold it over an enemy, and your power locks on. Drive it through the horde, and it carves everything apart. Between waves, time stops, and you pick gifts from 7 god pantheons, so every run is a fresh combination across 8 champions. It arrives July 21st. I'd call it an 8 overall, and I'm 86% confident it lands. 4. Swish Ball Clicker. Every click is a swish. It's a basketball idler you keep running in the background while you work, upgrading players, coaches, and skill trees to win matches, tournaments, and whole leagues against oddball creatures. There are talent cards, achievements, and leaderboards to outballer your Steam friends too. It tips off July 24th. I'd land it at a 6.8 overall, and my confidence sits around 76%. 5. Pickochet. Mining, but your pickaxe bounces. What really made this one pop is that the ricocheting pickaxes ping pong across the ore, cracking rock on every bounce while you automate, unlock abilities, and travel between mining sites that each get their own palette, from volcano to temple ruin. Short, juicy, and satisfying. It launches July 22nd. That's an easy 8.1 overall, and I'm 88% confident it delivers. 6. Snack Smasher. The snacks are alive and they're terrified. In this smashing incremental, the fruits actually run from you and cry when their friends get pulverized, which is darkly funny. You collect and combine unique powers for maximum destruction, upgrading your smasher and unlocking crazier fruit along the way. It drops July 22nd. I'd put it at a 7.4 overall, and I'm 81% confident on this one. 7. Moore's Idol Reaper. At level 1000, you meet Amo, a boss you cannot flee, cannot quit, and may never truly beat. Everything before that is a dark idol RPG in a green CRT terminal glow. Gather 7 resources, forge legendary gear, rebirth for permanent multipliers, and climb an endless ladder of enemies over 100 plus hours. It rises July 23rd. I'd give it a 6.8 overall, with confidence around 76%. 8. Limitless Survivor. Prestige until the numbers go completely feral. This incremental roguelite is built for infinite scaling, stacking artifact drops and crystals to push your stats to absurd heights, with random item affixes rolling on-kill explosions and chaining lightning on crit. When the grind gets old, autoplay takes over even while you're away. It launches July 24th. I'd call it a 6.8 overall, and I'm about 76% confident. 9. Incremental Infinity. Your number isn't just your health, it's also your size. The bigger it gets, the larger and more powerful you grow. But a single defeat drops you all the way back to 1, keeping only your upgrades. You fire automatically and spend your time exploring an infinite, procedurally generated skill tree. It goes live July 20th. I'd put it at a 7.9 overall, and I'm 84% confident. 10. Necromancer Idol, the Endless Drain. Death only makes you stronger here. You're cursed with rebirth by a necromancer draining your life force. So you pick soldier, ranger, or mage, and every time you die, you keep your innate experience and reincarnate a little more powerful. Past versions of your own characters even show up to help you through fights. It arrives July 22nd. I've landed it at a 6.6 overall, confidence around 71%. 11. A game about getting bigger. You're feeding a black hole, and it just wants to swallow the universe. Each short timed run, you shatter asteroids, planets, and celestial bodies, pulling the wreckage in to grow its mass toward the scale of real cosmic monsters. Beacons at the end pop open into rarity gems you slot to strengthen future runs. It lands July 22nd. I'd give it a 7.1 overall, and I'm 76% confident. 12. Galaxy Cadet. Land, loot, and get out before your oxygen runs dry. This sci fi action incremental drops you onto hostile planets with limited ammo and air to hunt alien life and mine rare ore, then forces the gamble: stay longer for bigger profit or bail before you lose the whole haul. Cash in, upgrade, hire mercs, repeat. It launches July 24th. I'd call it a 7.7 overall, and I'm 83% confident. 13. Catio Simulator. It's an idle game where you run a cat adoption center. You pet cats to get them ready for a home, collect their adoption fees, and pour the money into a catio stuffed with over 100 toys, plants, and elaborate cat trees to attract even more. There are 300 plus cat variants to collect. It opens July 24th. I put it at a solid 8 overall, and I'm 88% confident. 14. Tulip Season. Beauty is literally a number here, and your job is to grow it. This cozy farming incremental from a solo dev has you syncing tulip bloom cycles like a gentle little puzzle, breeding new colors and rare double blooms, and helping chatty neighbors whose gifts bump your field's beauty score. Idle mode is built right in. It blooms July 24th. I'd give it an 8 overall, and I'm 85% confident. 15. Wake the Beacon. Short, sharp, and all about the bounce. You fire ricocheting shots that crush geometric swarms, getting stronger every run to push your beacon's signal farther and farther toward the end. It's a focused little neon incremental with glowing trails lighting up the dark. It goes live July 22nd. I'd land it at a 7 overall with confidence around 75%. 16. Ore and odds. Mine your minerals, then gamble them all on a slot machine. That's the sly hook. Every ore you dig can buy upgrades or get bet, and your luck literally has a price. Warm cave pixels, a CRT filter, over 50 skills, 9 minerals, and a final boss rounded all out. It launches July 24th. I'd give it an 8 overall, and I'm 85% confident. 17. Oreworks. Start with one pickaxe, end with a fully automated industrial empire. What sets this apart is that every milestone unlocks an entirely new way to play instead of just bigger numbers. Layering passive mines, trading, casino machines, guardians, and factory drones that all feed the same web. It goes live July 20th. I'd put it at a 7.3 overall, and I'm 77% confident it delivers. 18. One more spin. Turn a handful of slots into a screen filling money machine. You click to spin, chain combos, and stack multipliers, adding bomb slots that trigger explosive chain reactions and mega slots that eat energy for huge payouts. Then comes the real call. Cash out or risk it all for one more spin. It launches July 22nd. I'd give it a 7.9 overall, and I'm 83% confident. So that's the full sweep from Majestria, Catio, Tulip Season, and Ore and Odds, all holding an 8 down to the cozy idlers below. My top pick this week is Pickochet at 8.1. Wishlist whatever grabbed you, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next sort.